Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today is the 4th day of October, and this is the episode number 1. The first one's just kind of more of an intro, more of a general idea announcing the fact that I'll be doing a 3-episode mini-series on what happened. Just a real quick recap. I put on weight. When you put on weight, a lot of times other numbers mess up. So the numbers I'm mostly concerned with are diabetes, because that was the worst situation. It was the most out of control. It did cause me to go into the hospital 2 times. I have a coffee cup with nothing on it. It wasn't like well, they always joke, why don't farmer kids wear tennis shoes? Because the seed companies don't give them out or something. Don't give them for free, because they have a free t-shirts and free this seed company or this tractor company, that kind of thing. But yeah, you do get a lot of promo coffee cups. Sometimes they're free, sometimes I get them as gifts. I got a ton of coffee cups. But anyway, what happened, what it really concentrate on mostly is my labs. Like I said before, I noticed that my weight can go up, and I don't really need to weigh myself. I know, man, my weight went up. I can tell. If you don't put a belt on, your pants fall down around your ankles, and then all of a sudden you say, wait a minute, here's my belt, and my pants aren't falling down to my ankles. Maybe I put a little weight. But the numbers that I'm concerned with are my labs. So I had to get lab work done about 2 weeks ago. I still got a bruise. They're doing they took the blood out of this arm. First they tried this arm, and she came in at an angle really weird, and it bruised me up really bad, and she couldn't get any blood out there. So not only did it bruise me, hurt, I got no success. So then they moved this arm, everything was fine. They were doing some kind of a study at the VA. A lot of times they'll do this. They'll ask you, can I take a little extra? I wouldn't even know if they did take extra blood. Probably the old days in the World War II or pre-World War II or even Korean time. Who knows what conflicts it would have been, and they would just take the blood. They wouldn't even ask. We're going to take 5 large tubes and 1 small tube, and the small tube would be for the study. And I would never have known. Most people look like, oh, look at that, hey, most people look away. So, bruised up. So when I went to get my lab work, let me put my phone on, my computer on silent 1 second. Last time I was filming, and somebody was going through a storage unit, and you could hear it on the background. Those are pretty interesting. I think I got into it because of storage wars. Was that during the writer's strike of 2008? 2008? I don't know. Supposedly it was unscripted. Yeah, right. But anyway, those are the numbers that I'm concerned with. Is my lab work. So I had to go down there and get my lab work done. I got my lab work done the next week. No, not next week. I'm sorry. Thursday. Whew. Sleepy. They're doing work on our house. We had it's like one of those Murphy's Law. If you can't go wrong, it will go wrong. We had a pipe break and flooded. They got the fans going, drying everything out. They're cut into the wall, all kinds of good stuff. Just finished all the construction out front. That wasn't my construction. That was for the whole complex. But this is mine. But it turns out that the pipe was supposed to be maintained by the homeowners association, I guess, or under the whatever the maintenance agreement was they have. So it looks like it'll probably be covered by insurance. We'll see. Of course, they'll fight me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I went down on Tuesday, got my blood sugar done, got my shoes. I did a little video on that, if you look back that way, about the American flag and the free shoes, and a thank you to the citizens of the United States, and not even necessarily the citizens, but those who pay their taxes. So I get my blood work done, and I get my results on Tuesday. I knew they weren't going to be good. I knew the doctor was not going to be happy with my numbers. I wasn't happy with my numbers. We always worry about, oh no, my doctor's going to be really mad at me. Who cares, right? I mean, you don't want your doctor to be happy. You want to bring them a balloon and a cupcake on Christmas Day or something, for Christmas season. But it's really not them you need to make happy. You need to make yourself. You want to be happy with your numbers yourself. So I knew they would be bad. I thought everything would be bad. I thought my triglycerides would be up, my cholesterol would be up, my blood. I didn't do my blood pressure, but if I don't drink coffee, my blood pressure is usually pretty much stable now. They lowered the numbers, the top number, and what they call the statistics or something. There's 2 different numbers. They have 2 different names, one over the other one, and the other one is like pulses. How many times? I don't know. There's 3 things they really look at when they do the Now it's all electronic. And it tightens on your arm and checks. But if I don't drink coffee in the morning, usually those numbers are good. And sometimes they're really good. They say, wow, your numbers are really, really good. And you don't have low blood pressure, but you don't have high blood pressure. You're within the range, but you're at the good end. We want a low number on the scale. You're doing good. But I thought everything would be bad. I thought 100%. I knew I gained weight. I knew that was going to be an issue that would be discussed. David, what are you doing? They always say, David, oh my God, one of your numbers isn't good. Because they're so used to me now I'm doing good. It used to be every number was bad. Every single number. So they say, hey, David, you know what? You've lost 4 pounds since I saw you 3 months ago. Oh, really? Yeah. How do I know? I don't weigh myself every day, so I don't know that I lost 4 pounds. And that's the kind of success stories I would have. You lost 4 pounds. How are you sleeping? Sleep a little bit better. Success story. These are minimal success stories. Then all of a sudden I did great. What are you doing? Wow, you're doing great. You're not starving yourself, are you? No, I'm not starving myself. I'm just doing blah, blah, blah. And everything was good. They were excited. And I was excited. I was happy with my numbers. They were happy with my numbers. We all were happy. We were so happy. But I knew things would be bad, so I was prepared for it. We did a teleconference on, it's not Zoom with the VA. They had their own like telehealth, similar to Zoom or was it Skype before? And I think on Apple or whatever they have FaceTime. Is that an Apple product? I don't know, but I was ready for it. And she said, "Well, David, your numbers, they're not very good." And I said, "Oh no, yeah, is everything bad?" She says, "No, well, really, only one number, your A1C has gone up. Your A1C is up, and A1C, of course, is your blood sugars." And I said, well, "Okay, I'll get it down." And she said, "Yeah, all your numbers within range." And I said, "Well, I don't have." Usually, she hands me a printed copy with a staple on it, and I go through my labs, and she'll put a, good or highlight something like maybe try to get that down a little bit. But I didn't get that this time. I had to go on. I had to electronically go on to it's called My Health eVet. So My Health Electronic Veteran. I don't know whatever it stands for, but it's got a letter E. Maybe Uncle Sam was being clever. But I went in and I looked, and my numbers were good. I had one number that I do still have a question for her. I have to write her about that. I was going to write her about something else. I can't remember what it was. I had to write things down. I am 61. But I would have had that problem back when I was 30. I always had to write things down. Because I'm a high energy guy, a lot of things going on, do a lot of different activities. Some people, you probably experience this yourself. You deal with someone. Let's say you're in the ladies' chess club or whatever at the women's center or women's club, and everybody there wants to talk about chess. Let's play chess. Hey, this is a night. Hey, one of those cucumber sandwiches sure were delicious or whatever. Not making fun of women, but I'm just making fun of the age of things in the 50s or whatever. They'd be having cucumber sandwiches and smoking cigarettes. Yeah, their whole thing is chess. But you have, they think, oh man, also I got to make sure I get that medication for my dog. Did I get my cat the flea treatment? Oh wow, where's that restaurant that was so good? We have so much things going on. I got to remember to call so and so about and a lot of things going on in your mind. You can't just chess club, chess, and that's kind of the situation there. So with my health, I had a lot of concerns going on, a lot of things happening, but my numbers went up. I worked so hard to get them down. I was at 300. If you watch the channel, you'll see I was at 300 pounds. I took off 108 pounds. That's why the channel is called David Lost 108 pounds. But I was supposed to have an amputation. I did not have the amputation. That was due to my hard work, your taxpayer money, and very, very, very brilliant doctors at the Long Beach Veterans Hospital, Long Beach, California, VA. And I went and started throwing it all away. I threw it away. I threw away all my success. Like a lot of times we'll do something. You'll study for a test or something, and you take the test in school, and you go, I'm not going to even look at those books for a week, right? Or you do something like you accomplish something like I got that promotion. Now I can just kind of relax a little bit. Maybe I want to have my tie perfectly straight. Maybe I want, whatever it is. Maybe I'm going to not polish my shoes. Maybe I'm going to just show up and, instead of being 30 minutes early, I'm going to be 5 minutes early and say, hello, everybody, good morning. And maybe I'm not going to bring donuts to the boss, or whatever it is. And we relax for a bit of time. Well, I made a movie, and I was making this movie, and it was a lot of fun. And it was during the time it was also raining. It was raining a lot. I talked about this in the video announcing this, so I'm not going into too much. But I'm not making excuses. I'm just stating some of the reasons. It's my fault. I have no excuse. Well, you have no excuse. Well, of course, we always have an excuse. You know, there's a there's a like it's saying, excuses are like a everyone has one, but they all stink. I think you know what the term is. But you can't say that word on here. It's also not very nice. But we make excuses. If you want to know what the that old saying is, put it right down there, and I'll announce that. I mean, I won't announce that. I'll write to you personally, privately, and tell you what it is. But I allowed myself to relax a little bit. I knew things were happening. It's not like I didn't know. It's not like I woke up one day, oh my God, what happened? I knew it was a gradual process, just like I keep telling everybody on here on this channel, is you didn't put on the weight 100 pounds at a time. You put on 1 pound at a time. But you don't want to monitor your weight loss at, did I lose, I'm 100 pounds overweight, I'm 99 pounds overweight. The next day I'm 97 pounds overweight. The next day I'm 93 pounds overweight. Wait a minute, I'm back to 100 pounds. That's the problem that I found. I said I'm sorry. I found I couldn't do it that way. It's just too frustrating. So the 1st and the 15th, so I write down how much I weighed on this day. 15 days later, I'll write it down, or 14 days, whatever it is. I'll write down again, and I have an idea of how much I weigh. That's what I do. So I am on this journey. This is the first video, episode number 1, introduction to the problem. The second one will be diet in progress, and the third will be how I'm working my exercise, because I have to go back to what I know. I don't have time on this to revamp it. I do have some things I'm doing differently now than I did when I first was on that, decided to lose all that weight, because I was doing everything wrong then. So I have figured out a lot of the stuff that I was doing wrong, and I don't do that anymore. But 2 of the areas, of course, I would have to go back to and readdress. It would be the way I exercise, how much I exercise, and of course my diet, how much I eat, what do I eat. So I'm checking the things I'm doing now is I'm checking my weight, and I'm checking my blood sugar, because the numbers are wrong. My blood sugar / A1C. I don't even know what A1C stands for. I know how to figure it out. Well, I know how to figure out with the help of the conversion calculator that you can find on your computer. If you Google search it, if you can go onto Bing. I never used Bing. My computer, I had to redo the operating system, and it went to Bing. I don't know why. So I get out of Bing, go back to Google. Not say anything bad about Bing. It might be great. Do you guys like Bing? Because I've only used Google. I mean, before I used whatever, AOL or Mindscape or something. I don't know, some Escape. I don't know. So, but what you do is you take a number of days of blood sugar readings. So if you don't check your blood sugar at home, you'd have a problem with that. You'd have to just rely on your doctor to give you your A1C numbers. So if you're eating better than you were before, and you exercise more than you were before, it'll probably go down. So what you do is you take, I take my blood sugar every morning, and I take 5 days, I add them all together, boom, 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 and I come up with a number.